Hello students, how are you? Welcome to Bosol Schools TV. My name is Mrs. Ayuade. Today, class for our literature in English, we'll be looking at one of the African poems titled The Song of the Women of My Land by Omar, Farook, Sesay. This poem is a celebration of African women. This poem is about the tough old days of women in African societies. It is a recollection of the sorrowful lives the women went through as they eke out of living. The poet described the black woman as a source of life, which perhaps referred to her ability to bring forth children and raise a home. She is also an epitome of beauty, which the poet cherishes. The opening lines stanza of the poem states how time has reduced the memory of the afflictions African women suffered in ages past. Their achievements and contribution to humanity have gradually been erased in the same way a wood carver scrapes a piece of wood, leaving only the echoes of it. In other words, the memory of the wolves and their sacrifices is being eroded gradually, leaving only the echoes of it, like a sculptor chipping away at a log of wood. Time chisels away a bit of their memory. From the poem, it stripes away lyrics of the song of the women of my land, leaving only the fading tune echoing the song. The opening line states how time changed this woman's affliction and suffering. In stanza 3, the persona aids at the fallen lives of African women as they live under servitude and decapitation. When servitude curved the ankles of their soul and duration capitulated the epic of their life. The poem elaborated the reign of anguish and pains and how the women used song to cope with their predicaments. Songs are intrinsic parts of the lives of the people of Africa. The women used song not only to convey their physical pains and tragedies, but also to celebrate their gains. For example, in the poem, with a song, they sprang off their anguish, to behold their collective pain, to celebrate their gains, to give lyrics to the tune of their lives. We see all this in the poem. These great women endure their suffering with songs. They hide their pain in the lyrics of their song. They put their sufferings into lyrics, first to lessen the pains, endure the trouble, trivialize its bitterness, scorn their tormentors, and record their others for posterity. In places far afield the fallen field, where the song of their life died. You see that in the poem? Today the two roams the fallen field, like they are so looking for lyrics. Metaphorically, this is a reference to the decline of orator, the traditional art of telling African heritage and culture. Modern poetry has supplanted it, though it cannot fill the vacuum. In the stanza 6 of the poem, we see the richness of the song of the woman, that it has lost its memory to the wind, and there is no effective alternative to tell the story of the sufferings of these women of Africa. The last stanza also focuses essentially on the inability of the poem to tell the story of African as effective as the song of the ode. The persona, poets, describe modern poetry as wrangling in rhythms and melodies, altering in distant tunes, in places far afield the fallen field. He goes on to compare them to sultry leaves, stretching voices, and scorned ghosts. Now let's go over to the poetic devices. The poetic devices are the figures of speech, the literary terms being used in the poem in order to convey it well to the reader. Number one, poetic device used in the poem is simile. Simile is a comparison of two objects with like and as. Example of that in the poem, like a sculptor chipped away at bits of wood. Like they are so looking for lyrics. Like the women who died long ago. Then we have metaphor. Metaphor is a direct comparison of things without the use of has or like. Example of metaphor used in the poem is cheat the training of time, when servitude called the ankles of their soul. Another device used in the poem is alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of consonant sounds in the poem. For example, they sang in the fallen field, and the relation decapitated the epic of their lives. Another poetic device used in the poem is assonance. Assonance is a repetition of vowel sounds in the poem. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds in the poem, like died. Another poetic device used in the poem is repetition. Repetition is repeating of the same words over and over again for emphasis in the poem. We have songs, fallen fields of their lives. We see all this were being repeated in a poem so that we're able to understand their anguish and what they have gone through. Another poetic device used in the poem is personification. Personification is giving human attribute to an inanimate object. For example, in the poem, time chases away bits of their memory. Another one, the stuttering lips of my pen. Now let's go over to the poem. The themes used in the poem. The themes has to do with the subject matter. What this poem is actually all about. The Song of the Women of My Land by Omar, Sesay. The first theme in the poem talk about the uncelebrated achievements of African women. We see all these African women that they were not actually remembered. They were not actually celebrated despite their suffering, despite what they have gone through in the hands of the whites. Another theme in the poem is the usefulness of song or oral tradition in the preservation of African heritage. Oh, I know you will still remember Moonlight tale that we normally listen to, that our parents teach us. Now we see here that we don't have oral traditions coming up again to teach the modern society of our songs, of our folklores, of our traditions. Our African traditions. Another theme in the poem is the sufferings and oppression of the women folk. Women were at that time made to serve. They toiled and they suffered greatly for us. Another theme in the poem is the power of song to sustain the oppressed and challenge their tormentors. We see instead of these women to be walloping in the servitude by these white people, by these people that have come to put them in bondage, they were using song to make themselves to be alive, to make themselves to be happy. They were using song to make themselves not to concentrate on the pain, but their happiness. Don't forget to share, to like, and subscribe to our videos. Till I come your way next. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget, COVID-19 is real. If you have to go out, please wear a mask. Follow the rules of hygiene. Wash your hands regularly. Bye-bye. Love you all.